Hello viewers, my name is Mrs. Regina Ujo Ayambeke. By the grace of God, marriage instructor, counselor, and author of 4 very inspiring books there. Beautiful Pains, Mindset of the Great, Helpless Husband, and Unveiling the Secret Beauty of Cross River State. Today I want to look at how to handle the problems of side chicks in marriages. So, first of all, I want us to understand that in the book of Genesis chapter 2 verse 20, when God created man, the Bible tells us that he brought all the animals, all the creatures, and man gave them name, but there was no suitable companion for man. No suitable helpmate for man. Now, in verse 23 of same chapter, the Bible tells us that God formed woman and brought her to man, and Adam exclaimed, at last I have found, my own kind. That means he stopped searching because he had found his own kind. That's to say, a man is a hunter. A man is always searching for what he wants. A man is a hunter, always searching. You will agree with me that before a man marries a woman, he will be looking out. Who do I eventually choose as my wife? Every man does that. God, help me. I want a wife. Who have you kept for me? Some go out there to search themselves. So a man is a hunter who is always searching for a suitable helpmate. Having known that, we now have an idea of who we are dealing with. That a man is not only a hunter, but even the society has given man the freedom, the liberty, in most cases, to do as he pleases. Yes. So we now have to prepare ourselves as wives. You must make adequate preparation to cope this problem, to subdue this challenge in marriage. Because a man has taken time to go around chasing, even when he marries his wife, there's this tendency that comes into the being of a man that makes him become vulnerable to strange women, or falls a prey to some women out there. So, as a wife, what is expected of you? How do you cope this problem? How do you cope it? If you are intending to become a wife, or you're already a wife, whichever way, you must take this seriously. Bundle, that's the word I say. Bundle the totality of your husband man. Bundle him and hand over to his creator. Bundle the totality of your husband man and give to God. Only God can watch over him and make him disciplined, faithful, and responsible. Only his creator can. You can see the kind of love and attention God had, that God had to even take out time, to create woman, beautify her, so she could be acceptable before man. You see how much time God spent. God is so interested in men that if you say God, he will respond. He is so interested in their well-being. He's so interested in anything that has to do with them, that as a wife, when you say, God, I can't do this. You see this thing called marriage? I can't at all. So I hand over. I bundle my husband, the totality of my husband. I say, take him. Please control him in this marriage. God will be all delighted to do it for you. That's the first thing that we must do as wives. The second thing you will do to cope this problem of side chick is this. Do not, as a wife, do not ever carry your phone to call a side chick. Do not ever carry your phone to call a suspected side chick or a known side chick. Don't do it. You ask me why. I'm going to tell you why. The reason why you should not do it is because whenever a wife picks up her phone, sends a text message, or calls a side chick, you will arouse. Okay? First of all, when you do that, the girl or the lady in question, she will use that opportunity to go before the man, lament, pour out her grievances, that you have insulted her. Whenever, as a wife, you pick up your phone, you call or text a side chick, she will use that opportunity, go before your husband, lament or cry, weep bitterly that you have insulted her, that see all she is getting because of the man, and this will arouse the man's sympathy. By arousing his sympathy, it will activate a bond between them. It will activate a bond of closeness between them. And let me tell you, that is exactly what that side chick wants. She wants that bond. And you, as a wife, will be the one helping her to get the bond. So you are doing it in ignorance. If you call or send a text message, you'll be doing it in ignorance. Because by doing that, you're going to open a channel for both of them to bond. So don't do it. Don't do it. The next thing you should do as a wife is this. Learn to take good care of yourself as a wife. Take very good care of yourself. The husbandman, like I said earlier, is a hunter. It's what he sees that attracts or captivates his heart. The husbandman likes his wife to look good. The husbandman, like I said earlier, is a hunter who is always attracted to what he sees. Remember, he went, he looked at all the creatures, and the Bible says none was a suitable helpmate. So what he sees is very important and affects him a lot. So as a wife, you don't need to be careless with your dressing, your appearance at home. Don't say, after all, I'm wife now. After all, I've assumed the position of a wife, so I don't need, who cares? Don't say that. It's very important. If you care about your marriage, if you care about your husband's faithfulness, to a very high extent, you will be particular about your appearance, because our appearance as wives affect our husbands. It's very important. It's very, very important. So be very conscious of the way you look. Be very conscious. Don't say, after all, I'm now married. Then every second you're busy eating and eating and eating and eating, and you're overblown. I mean, by the time you do that, it will be causing problems that you will not be able to, handle. Always put yourself in the shoes of your husband and see, so you will understand what they go through. The man wants you to look, remember how he met you. He wants you to always look, the way he met you. I know you say, but I've given birth to so many children, I have done this, I've done that, how can I look that way? For heaven's sake, you can work on yourself. You can control what you take in. You can control consumption. I am a mother of 6. I've had 6 children. But from when we got married, my husband kept telling me, I don't like you adding weight. I don't like you adding weight. He kept telling me, he tells me, it's been in my consciousness. And I try my best to see how I can work on myself, What do? I curtail what I take in. I curtail a lot what I take in. Because he said he doesn't like it. So you have to watch yourself. Don't just say, he's cheating on me, and you're not doing anything about yourself. No, do something about yourself before you complain about him. And so, by the time you finish taking good care of yourself. Make sure you look good. Always look good for your husband. You know, it's important so that by the time he goes out there, he comes back, he will see that what is out there is not better than what is inside his house. It's not better, you know. So you can't, you know, that's their way. That's the way of a husbandman. So you have to handle it in such a way that it will profit you and it will profit the man. The next thing I want to talk about here is involving, especially involving fasting and praying in your marriage, especially when a side chick is involved. Some women have been fast enough, they've been very fast to do this in the preparatory stage of the marriage. A lot of women have done that. What am I talking about? That you pick out time, go into serious fasting and pray. Fast and pray seriously for just one intention, that God will keep your husband's manhood for you alone. Fast and pray about that. Now, this fasting I'm talking about is not fasting 6 to 12. No. I'm not talking about fasting 6 to 6. No. What you want from God is a very big thing. Yes, what you want from God is a very big thing. That's where the peace in your marriage lies. The peace of your life lies. Because, I mean, if you have a husband that is faithful to you, responsible enough, I mean, like, 85% of your marriage is already, you know, success is already achieved. What is left now is like 15%. Because when a man is faithful to his wife, the home is already set for marital bliss. So what you are asking from God is not a small thing. You know, Jesus himself said in the Bible, he said, you see this kind of problem, it can only go through fasting and prayers. And see what the master himself did. He went on a long period fasting for him to be able to conquer the things, the challenges of this world. So what I'm saying is this: you can go on a 72 hours fasting where you drink only water. Depending on your age, you drink only water. You can go on a 14 days fasting where you take just fruit and water. You can go on a 21 day. You can go on as much as your strength can carry you. You can do that. And the Bible says, he that waits upon the Lord shall have his strength renewed. God can never lie. When he has said so, he will do it. A lot of women will say, but I have ulcer. How am I going to do this? I have ulcer. How am I going to do this? Even with ulcer, it's your choice. If you decide to do it, there's a way out. Like, I spoke with one of the ladies around me, and she decided to try it. She told me she had ulcer. And I told her, okay, if you have ulcer, she said she could not even fast till 12. I said, it's okay. If you have ulcer, there's a solution to it. That's if you want. All you need to do is, before you go into this fasting, say to God, God, I want to encounter your power in a different dimension. So I cease to have a stomach. Take this stomach. Take everything about me. And once you pray this prayer, pray it with faith. You can fast as long as you want. I had ulcer in the past, and I later joined the praying band. I joined the prayer band in my church. And you can't be a prayer warrior without fasting. I have fasted 72 hours many times. I have fasted 14 days dry. I have fasted 33 days and 33 nights. I have done that. And you cannot be in the prayer band without fasting. So I have fasted many times. I have fasted personally many times. 3 days and 3 nights without water. 7 days and 7 nights without water. 14 days and 14 nights with water. I have done 33 days and 33 nights with water and fruit. And God has been tremendously faithful. God has been amazing. Yes, he has. God has been amazing. So, if the problem is pinching you hard, then you have to do something about it. You have to go into serious fasting and praying. There's nothing God cannot do. While you are in that fasting and prayers, you have to disconnect your husband from that side chick. Whatever you say as the wife in that marriage, God will honor it. You disconnect your husband and that side chick, disconnect them. Tell the Holy Spirit of God to blind your husband's eyes from that side chick, deafen his ears never to hear her voice again. Put the power of God around your husband, the power that can chase that side chick away. Do all this. By the time you do it seriously, and don't ask two requests. Just focus on that one request throughout and see what God will do for you. Just try it and see. You don't need to lament. You don't need to say, okay, because it's cheating on me, you have to go and get a side boy, to come and, service you. You don't need all that. You don't need it, because by the time you do that, you're going to get God angry. And when God is not happy, you will start losing out on so many things. Instead, he is waiting. He says, test me and see that I am good. Test him. Test the Lord by going into this fasting and prayer. The side chick is not something you only pray about. If you do only prayer, it will not be that active. Some side chicks even use manipulations. Some side chicks are just, but there are some that go deeper than just mere relationship. They use powers. So when it comes to that kind of situation, you have to apply fasting and praying seriously so you can get them off your marriage. So it is not a problem that cannot be solved. Just like I have said, Jesus said this kind of problem can go with fasting and praying. So if you are ready to salvage your marriage, you will be ready to do this. And let me tell you something. While you are doing this to salvage your marriage, as you are tackling this problem through fasting and praying, you are also going to have other benefits. Because fasting itself, it has lots of benefits. It has. Fasting has lots of benefits. It opens you up. It opens you up for transformation. It opens you up to receive a lot of blessings from God. It opens you up to be beautified by God. It opens a lot of channels for you. It calls down favor. Just do it well. Don't forget. Please, Isaiah 58 tells us the kind of fasting to engage in. If you want to fast and you're holding bitterness in your heart, please don't do it. If you want to fast and you're angry with people, please don't do it. If you want to fast and you have prisoners in your heart, let them go. Set them free before you start your fasting. Set them free. No, you say, they say, I should fast. I fasted, it didn't work. No. Set them free. Read Isaiah 58. You will see what the Bible tells us about the kind of fasting God likes. Read it meditatively, and then follow the steps. Learn to forgive everyone that has offended you, including that side chick, your husband, everybody around you, in-laws, all the people that have offended you. Let them go. Forgive them. When you forgive them, you now do this fasting. When you do it, you see what will happen. It works. It works. It has worked for so many. It will work for you. God is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. He is still doing it. He's still answering prayers. So thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you for your attention. I want to also plead with you, make a request that if you've been following us in our different episodes and you have not subscribed, I plead with you, please click on the subscription button. It's free. Click on it. It don't cost you anything. When you click on it, remember to share our videos. Remember to share our videos, and also drop a comment. It could be questions or it could be ordinary comments. Drop something in the comment section so we can, interact more. Thank you very much for your attention. Do have a lovely day. Bye.